All right, everyone, here we go. We're going to start a new playlist here at Steve's Love Tarot. Haven't done that in a while. This time around, sort of the energy weatherman concept. All right, I'm going to pop in when the energy changes, when things are going on, and let you know about the environmental energies, just so you know what's going on. So maybe you can adapt to it and make it work for you. I've already done a shuffle on the energies around right now. We'll talk about it. It's going to be a whole playlist of these. A lot of times this type of thing pops up in the 3 quick card with me readings. I wanted to leave those soulmate cycle focused. So I'm going to separate it out. And now we're going to take a look at the environmental energies, things that are affecting us, things we don't control that are affecting us, so that you can control the one thing you can, which is your behavior within it. So think of it like a weather forecast, like the energy weatherman and things along those lines. So I'll pop in when necessary. I won't say they'll be daily, but I would say at least 2 or 3 a week for sure. Because, you know, we got a lot of short cycles that change, and there's things I can let you know about that others don't pick up on. Right now, aside from the energies that are around us, what's affecting us is strongly influenced by an astrological element, which we're going to talk about in this particular reading. All right, it's a general reading. There's a whole playlist of these about to start, which will just have one, you know, for now. It'll be there on the home page or in my playlist section of the channel. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Environmental energies, something, who knows? I'll come up with something. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. These should be very useful to a lot of you, and this is well outside the soulmate cycle. We're not going to talk about it here. This is just about the environmental energies, and these are timeless like always. When you find it, you're meant to find it. These energies, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. They affect you at different times. But right now, there's an effect that's probably immediate that's happening, and we're going to talk about it. It showed up in the pre-shuffle here. Now, I just pulled on Mercury retrograde. You all know that reading's up. But we have here in the surface energy, the environmental energies of right now, 3 of Pentacles, you know, starting over, something new, a chance for change, a chance to build on a solid structure. But it's crossed by 9 swords. This type of energy, this anticipation energy, came up in a twin flame journey reading I did the other day on the DF side as well, which is most of my viewers, so that's why it showed up here, and it showed up here in a different form. This is a direct result, I think, of, well, some of the surrounding energies and other things that we've been talking about that are going on, but primarily we've got the Sun moving into Virgo at the same time Mercury's going retrograde in Virgo, and that moment, the moment that that happens, which is around the 23rd, I think, probably tomorrow or something. But in the lead up to it and around the moment it'll happen and immediately after it, there's a lot of anxiety that comes up. It's actually an anticipation energy. You feel like something's going to happen. You have to be careful not to let this drift into anxiety. I will warn some of my viewers again. If you're a hypochondriac, this is going to fucking trigger you. This energy is going to trigger you like a motherfucker. You're going to make mountains out of molehills. You are. If you're someone who's just a worry about everything, this is going to trigger you. It is that kind of energy. Think of it, the way you can control yourself in these energies is it should be anticipation of something great about to happen. Okay? A chance to rebuild on a solid structure. And I'll continue on. It'll show you. You actually have the high ground here with the 7 of Wands. Keep yourself in the Hangman. All right, just keep yourself in this kind of energy. Be that bat. All right, so don't let the 9 of Swords get you. It's just anticipation energy. It's a result primarily of the Sun moving into Virgo at the same time Mercury's going retrograde in Virgo. All right, there's a devil, right, and it's crossed by the tension. The devil, it's just an illusion. Devil energy is always an illusion. It's always just static energy on the surface. You know, if you know about it, you could usually see through it, right? Like the con man can't get you to buy something if someone tells you before you go, hey, that's a con man, right? You can just get through it. So the tension that you might feel, the 10 of Wands, that could take this 9 of Swords and drift it into anxiety, you now know in advance is a whole bunch of bullshit, okay? Because that's the actual energy. That's the actual energy, the Queen of Pentacles, that's bookending the 3 of Pentacles. This is just the surface. I haven't even pulled a reading yet. This is going to be a 3 card, but with a crossing card. This is beautiful energy, all right? You got a real good shot here There's a lot of change opportunity within the energy to build on a solid structure. And I will repeat what I've told you before in a recent reading I pulled on these energies. The changes we make now have a far reach into the future. All right, this is a big deal. There's a big deal energy around us right now. All right, so again, anticipation. Yeah, don't let it drift into anxiety. All right, let's give the deck a shuffle. Let's pull on the environmental energies. Now that you know that, that's what's on the surface. Now let's go deeper. All right, if you know about it, you can control your behavior within it. If you don't know about it and you're flying blind, people that aren't here watching this reading, right, they're going to be freaking out. They're going to drift into anxiety. You know, it's just the way it is. All right. And it's interesting that it came up in the Twin Flame Journey reading the other day too. I mentioned it a little bit. But anyway, I think it's time for a new playlist here. I think it's time I started telling you a little bit more about the energies around and have a playlist to do it in. So let's go. Let's talk about the surrounding energies right now, the environmental energies around us, so that you could better cope with them, maybe behave a little differently in them or whatever. Let's see. The bottom card, we're going to do this as a 3 card and a bottom card. So it's not 3 quick cards with me. Those are mostly, those going forward are going to be soulmate cycle focused or whatever the universe wants to tell you about said love situations. This here is just the energies around us. All right, 7 swords, very deceptive. What did I say? It has to be. The environmental energy right now is deceptive. I just told you that in the pre-shuffle with the devil, or with the 10 of wands. It's all an illusion. It's all bullshit. Right? So any tension you feel, it's just anticipation. Just keep that in mind, and try to focus if you can't focus your energy in a positive direction, like you're a super hypochondriac or super worrywart, then at least put yourself in the hangman. Put yourself in a neutral position. You'll see in that hangman position, you'll see that you have the high ground. The 7 of wands says that. Okay, so it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a little bit deceptive. Keep that in mind. All right. It might make you also, when I see this with that devil that was also with the 10 of wands up in the pre-shuffle, when I see this as the environmental energy crossing the base energy that I'm going to pull, which will be the center card here. When I see this, I know you might, again, make mountains out of molehills on all kinds of things. Your brain will run wild because the devil energy affects the ego. So your brain, and that's your brain will run wild with all sorts of crazy nonsense. Okay? Let's go. Judgment. Wow, look at that. Look at the surrounding energy. Just beautiful. God's source, the universe itself. It's a resurrection energy. It's a phoenix rising energy. Things are changing in a big way. Okay? The sun in Virgo is going to pair very nicely with Mercury retrograde in Virgo. It's just getting off to a bit of an anxious, rocky start. It can. It'll do that to you. What's the center card crossed by this 7 of swords? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's going to seem like things are going the wrong way. This is beautiful. Look at the major arcana cards here. I told you big things are happening with far-reaching future effects, right? These are 2 major arcana cards so far, and really this one doesn't matter. It just kind of reads a little more off judgment. These are the 2 that matter in my 3-card reading with the crossing energy. Again, with the deception, it's going to feel like this is a Wheel of Fortune reversed. And a lot of you, if you didn't know about this, you'd make mountains out of molehills, and it would feel like the Wheel of Fortune's reversed and everything's going wrong, and oh my God, it's crazy. It can't. Chill. It's not. It's an upright Wheel of Fortune, and things are moving to build on a solid structure. Things are changing for a reason, so change with them. Allow that to happen. All right? Whatever it is. What's red with judgment? 6 of Cups. This is a second chance energy, and I kind of said that a little bit in the Mercury retrograde reading I did recently. My original title for the Mercury retrograde reading here on YouTube wasn't Hurricane of Answers or anything like that. I just thought I'd be cheeky. The original title was something to the effect of answers that come in that allow you to get it right this time, or it's like a second chance type energy. You got a chance to get something right this time, and that's what that 3 of Pentacles was talking about in the pre-shuffle. There's a chance to get something right. Something you got wrong before, you can get right now. It applies across the board. I'm not pulling on the soulmate cycle here. I'm not talking about a runner. I'm talking to you. You can get something right now. All right, so just don't succumb to the environmental energies, with Mercury going retrograde in Virgo, primarily affecting, with at the same time the Sun's moving into Virgo, primarily affecting things, causing, again, it could take that Nine of Swords and just make it complete anxiety. It's really an anticipatory energy. All right, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Let's talk about the witches. All right, let's talk to the witches, if you will. Ace of Cups here, randomly at the bottom. Let's pull on the Wheel of Fortune as a base energy. All right, so let's go. So knowledge is power. You know about this energy, so if you start to feel yourself slipping, I'm going crazy, Steve. Yeah, I know. It's fine. All right, it'll go on for a few days for most of you. For some of you, it won't hit till next week. You're moving at different speeds on your timeline, but it will hit you. It'll get you. Look at the major arcana on the table where it counts here. Yeah, we certainly don't control that. You get a chance to get something right. I wish having seen this reading now, I'd left the title, my original title for the Mercury retrograde reading, because those answers that it brings really do allow you to get something right. For the runners, it allows them to get you right or get their love life right. But for you guys, it might be more than that. You know, whatever it is, it's good stuff. Judgment with the Six of Cups. That's a second chance. Second chance at something that didn't go right the first time. This time, it goes right. But there's a lot of anxiety around it because there's a lot of the Sun and Mercury retrograde are creating an anticipatory energy, and some people don't deal with that well, right? They get a little antsy, like that nervousness before a job interview or whatever, you know, first day of school, whatever. I'm shuffling on the Wheel of Fortune right now. I'm still shuffling the witches. What do we get here? What do we get? I think these readings will be helpful as we go forward. I think because there's a lot of powerful energies coming in. I think a lot of people don't know how to deal with them very well, so I'll try to help out. When I talk about powerful, I'm not fucking around. The Wheel of Fortune I shuffled on. It is crossed by, when I pull on the base energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Again, that says the same thing. Well, it says many things, but it says the same thing that the Seven of Swords crossed it said. I said this Seven of Swords makes this Wheel of Fortune feel like it's reversed. Right? It's going to feel like the wheel is spinning in two different ways. It's confusion here. So, again, Wheel of Fortune crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. The things that you get a second crack at, I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing energy right now. Know that. Put yourself in the Hangman and don't allow anticipatory energy to make you at all anxious. All right? You won't ruin anything other than the quality of your life. You don't have any control over these two Wheel of Fortunes and a Judgment card. So don't worry about it. All right, let's go. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. This is financial independence. There's all kinds of energy coming off of this. For some of you, getting something right might have to do with finances. It might have to do with your independence in general. Whatever it is, she's sitting pretty. Male or female, it's minor arcana Empress energy. Yeah, you got the catbird seat for sure. Well, I'd say it's red with the Wheel of Fortune. It's the center card. The Wheel of Fortune's crossing, so it's two Wheel of Fortunes. The Four of Cups. Yeah. This is a change in view on something. Something from your past. The way you look at it, the way you feel about it is about to change, is trying to change. And that allows for some serious Phoenix Rising resurrection type energy. Okay? So for most of you, that's what it's about. Anyway, or that's what the energies are allowing for. That's what the opportunity is. So again, that makes it more important for you to be in that Hangman position. Because in the Hangman position, you see everything, right? You see both sides of the fence, right? Not just one side. I always say, I love that some of you are light workers. That's wonderful. But you also got to be a dark worker at the same time. Otherwise, you get blindsided by it. You got to look at both sides of the coin. What's red with the Nine of Pentacles? Speaking of coins. Knight of Swords. Yeah. There's information. These are the answers that Mercury retrograde brings. That's the information. There's information making its way to you that allows you to view something, right, that maybe you saw as a disappointment, or maybe it's something you didn't think was possible if it's money or career related. You're seeing it in a new light with double Wheel of Fortune here. But the surrounding pure environmental energies are a bit of an illusion. This is mild devil energy, and we had that devil in the pre-shuffle. Remember what I said about that, right? It's making it seem like things are bad, worse than they are. Again, it'll drive you crazy. It'll trigger people who are worrywarts about anything all over the place. You worry about money, you worry about your health, you worry about this, you worry about that. You're going to be a worry freak under this energy, with the sun moving into Virgo at the same time Mercury going retrograde in Virgo. And there's way more going on than that. I'm just simplifying it. That's the main core of what's happening. All right. Ah, man. Okay. Well, let's see. We're actually moving in a whole new direction. You can, part of that anticipation, part of the meaning of the Three of Wands, which is fueling this other Wheel of Fortune, which is fueling our Wheels of Fortune. Part of the meaning, one of the meanings of the card itself, which I don't usually like to harp on, is your ship's about to come in. That's that anticipation energy. That's that anticipation energy with the Three of Pentacles, for example, in the pre-shuffle. Building on a solid ground, right? That can cause, again, with this energy, it can make you feel like things, oh, well, maybe I'm being crazy or whatever. Don't. Stay in that hangman. Stay as neutral as possible. There's information coming to you that changes your perspective in a big way on something from the past. You find maybe it's something you never thought you could do or never thought you could pull off. You find a way to do it. You're being shown a way through information. Now, how does this information come in? Does somebody call you? I don't know, maybe. But it can come in through, the energy around us is always talking to us. Well, you got to be in the right frame of mind to hear it. You got to be in the hangman to pick up on this energy. This reading has made that very clear. All right? You can't be in Nine Swords. Otherwise, you're succumbing to that devil energy. This can come through something randomly that a stranger says to you, something randomly a friend says to you. This can come from something you find written on an envelope on the ground that you walk past. This can come through feathers that find you, right? Gray feather means new, things are smoother from here on out. Black feather, very common energy right now. Again, a cycle is ending and something new is beginning, exactly what this reading says for the most part. It can come through coincidences, happenstance, an ad you see, a show you watch on TV, something somebody says, an article you read about somebody, and something they say, and it can come from a million different ways. All right? But you got to be in the hangman to hear it. This energy here is a real trigger, like I said already. Let's just get a crossing card on the Six of Cups here. Well, maybe I should get a crossing card on Judgment first. Let me get a crossing card on Judgment and a crossing card on the Six of Cups. Let's go. So I'm basically taking a top card and a bottom card. The bottom card is the crossing card on Judgment. The top card is the crossing card on the Six of Cups. All right? Just to give you some transparency in how I'm putting it out there. All right. This is a type of reading I would do offline. I wouldn't normally do this reading in front of everybody here on YouTube, this specific way I'm pulling the cards. But I figure it's time. I figure my audience seems to like when I read the energy around you, and I could see how it might be helpful. So it's worth setting up a playlist, you know. But keep in mind, I might get a little unconventional with these readings, because these are typically readings I would do offline, like I said. All right, let's go. Crossing card on Judgment and a crossing card on the Six of Cups. This will be very helpful. Again, I show it to you. It was randomly at the bottom of the deck. When I picked up the Witches, here it is, the Ace of Cups, crossing that Judgment. Listen, that's a beautiful energy here, okay? It's almost like the universe is saying this energy's been stored up until either the surrounding energies have been right or your energy has been right, okay? That's basically what it's saying here. But there's a lot of flow here. Again, if you're someone who feels like things haven't been moving, things haven't been changing, you're about to feel like that they are. You're about to see that they are starting to move and starting to change. Now, what's crossing card here? Nine Swords. Yeah. See, it's something for some. This is about that past. This is verifying the whole reading, because it stems around the Nine of Swords from the animal deck, from another deck in the pre-shuffle. The Nine Swords crossing the Three of Pentacles in our base energy. With the Six of Cups, whatever this thing from the past that you get a second crack to get it right, whatever it is, it's something that caused you anxiety. It's something that made you sad. It is something like that. This is a cautionary tale as well. Yes, the cup floweth over. Relax. Stay in the hangman or you won't get this message. Again, This is very common energy for when this type of thing happens, with the sun moving into a sign and Mercury going retrograde at the same time. This is like textbook, but there's other surrounding energies around it. We've still got a little bit of Lionsgate energy that's dissipating out through the whole thing. I can understand how you might get under some anxiety. However, this Nine of Swords specifically here with the Six of Cups, this is something that you will see, assuming these messages get to you, you will see that you never had anything to worry about. That's the kind of energy that's here when I feel it this way, okay? When I see this combination, when I feel the energy the way I feel it, it's something that will prove, oh, why was I ever worried about that, okay? And it has something to do with Nine Pentacles, which can be a lot of things. It can be, again, liberation, being okay with yourself the way you are. It can also be some newfound wealth, a new job path, whatever it is. It's a beautiful energy. It's Minor Arcana Empress energy. It's really nice, all right? So that's where we're at. That's your energy weather forecast. I'll tell you, I got the idea with everybody tracking those damn hurricanes that are going on recently, and everybody tuned in and all that stuff. Yeah, the hurricanes are energy. That's weather. Weather is surface energy. But, you know, I figure there's a lot more going on than that affect us. There's a lot of other energies. So we'll track some hurricanes of our own. This one here, pretty minor. But anyway, it's worth noting. All right? So don't let it turn to anxiety. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Again, look for the playlist. Probably going to call it Environmental Energies or Surrounding Energies or something like that. And again, probably 2, 3, maybe 4 of these a week. For all I know, I keep track of the energy offline, so I'll just start pulling it online. What do I care? It'd probably help a lot of you out. So I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.